Hey guys, Illusionist Jason Bishop. I am back with another random magic review. This is where I bring up some random video online about magic, I watch it, and I give you my thoughts on it as a professional illusionist. I've been really fortunate to be a professional illusionist for well over 10 years. I've had two of my own successful runs in New York City at the famed New Victory Theater on 42nd Street. I performed on television in LA, New York, Toronto, Paris, China, and now in between doing virtual shows and my own projects, I bring up magic online, I watch it, and I give you guys my thoughts on it from my experience as a professional illusionist. So this is interesting. I don't know what this video is. It is called Holiday Magic and Illusions with Hans Klok. I'm really interested in seeing this because I absolutely respect Hans Klok and what he's done. This guy works his butt off. He's really, really successful in Europe especially. He was successful to a degree, I believe, in Vegas. He does a lot of magic and he does it in this really breakneck fast speed. This guy's jumping off of 6-foot tall things. He's switching places with people. He's around these boxes and these illusions and stuff, and he's going at this breakneck speed. And you know what? People get injured, sometimes quite severely, frankly, from that. Really quite severely sometimes, actually. And so there's just respect in that. There's respect in the fact that he has his own style that he's developed. There's respect for the fact of the illusions that he's chosen, frankly, you know, and that he executes these things very professionally, you know, very seamlessly. I wouldn't say flawlessly, but darn near. I mean, he's a really good illusionist, frankly. He's been on a ton of TV shows. When I was just starting magic, when I was in my teens, he was pretty young at the time too, but he was already on TV on World's Greatest Magic and stuff like that. And he's been on tons of TV throughout Europe and all around the world. I mean, this dude, he is such a pro and he's got so much work. He does so much work for corporates and theme parks, I think, and resorts in Vegas, and the dude is just constantly in demand. It's pretty impressive, frankly. He's done, I think, tours of Europe, or at least some European countries. So let's see what Hans Klok does here. Here we go.
Hans Klok has returned to Las Vegas to showcase his groundbreaking illusions. Hans Klok, the world's fastest magician, can be seen at the Excalibur. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
It's great to see you.
Yes, thank you very much.
First off, when did you discover magic?
Well, I discovered magic when I was 10 years old by seeing Secret and Roy on Dutch television. And well, I was mesmerized, and then I was dreaming about becoming a magician, and so I got as a Christmas gift the magic box, the traditional magician story, and that's how it all started.
What can everyone expect at your holiday show?
The holiday show, it's actually, the base is the Hans Klok show, so he's fast, they call me the fastest magician in the world, so amazing illusions, but we add some traditional Christmas, some magic Christmas tricks we add to it. So tricks with children, I levitate a child from the audience, for example. I do a trick with candies. So a lot of influences of Christmas in this show.
Now you brought something here with you. This is a box here.
Yes, right.
Are we gonna do some magic right?
I mean, his little promo of his Las Vegas show there is just showing some of the best illusions in the industry. He's doing the impaled illusion there. He did an osmosis illusion where a person melts through your body. They didn't quite show the whole thing there. He was doing eclipse where a woman passes through a steel divider on this sort of circular thing there. I mean, just, you know, a lot of great pieces of magic there. And he does them very quickly in his own style. And I think the quickness is interesting too, because what that means is that he's not doing all this flowery, you know, distracting kind of stuff that takes away from the impact of the magic. He just kind of really gets to it, which, you know, look, if you want to take some time and you're artistic about it and there's almost a poetry to what you're doing, I appreciate that too. It's just a stylistic difference. But, you know, we shouldn't all look exactly the same. And, you know, not a lot of people look like Hans Klok. I can't think of one illusionist who is of Hans Klok's level, who does exactly what he does, or even close to what he does, at that sort of breakneck speed of really fantastic pieces of magic, and just cuts out all the floweriness and flowiness and dancing with women and all that stuff, and just goes bam, 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 you know, like that. It's definitely a unique style, that's for sure, and it's a hard style to imitate because for multiple reasons that I won't get into, but yeah, that was some really neat stuff, actually. I really like those illusions. I've never seen a Hans live, actually. I've seen him on TV a bunch of times, but never got to see him live yet, actually. I hope to one day, actually. I really would like to.
Now?
If you want to help me, but can I hold the card?
Take it. We don't need the card, okay?
The only thing that you have to do is put your arm inside here in this box. We can use some music with this.
Some music with the trick. Okay, arm in the box here.
Right, very good.
Okay. My arm is stuck. My arm in the box here.
Here it goes. Here are your fingers.
Hold on 1 second. My sleeve is getting caught here, Hans.
All right.
All right.
All right. Very good. Okay, and relax. Relax.
I'm very, very nervous about this trick here. So my arm is in a box. Oh! Yeah! I can't breathe. Slow it down, my friend.
Be careful.
Yeah! Slow it down.
Yeah. A little bit.
That is amazing. Where did my arm go? Where did my arm go, my friend?
Yeah. It's a mystery.
It is a mystery. You just cut my arm in half.
I did.
The magic of Hans Klok right here. There's no blood. There's no blood. Take my arm out.
Take your arm out.
Oh,
Great, not there.
thank you so much, my friend.
And I hope to see you at my show at Excalibur every night, 7 o'clock, and you can follow me at Hans Klok Vegas.
But this-
HansVegas.com.
This is amazing that my arm is still completely intact.
It is, it is. It's my version of sewing a woman in half.
Thank you so much, Hans Klok.
I mean, that was fun. That was interesting. The illusion was absolutely effective. I mean, it was clear. You could see through it. You could see underneath it. You could see the guy's severed arm sitting there. You could see his shoulder going inside of the other box at the end there. I mean, very, very clean illusion, frankly. I thought that was really clean that way. The other thing is that I think is a weird sort of sideway point to come out about this is that that guy was not a professional magician's assistant. You know, there are these old books that you can read that they're like, they tell you how to do a magic show traveling or whatever, and they're like, and maybe you'll hire a dancer, you know, all the time and bring them with you. But when you get to the local town, you know. Anyway, so you'd read these old magic books and they would tell you about how to perform a show in towns, local towns, and how to get local talent there, and that you would just ask some random girl to be your assistant on stage, which just sounds like a total recipe for disaster. But it's not as professional, it's not as smooth, and that's the deal with this newscaster guy. He gets up there and performs with Hans, and his shirt's getting caught in there. And these are the things that you work out as an illusionist and with your assistant ahead of time. He wanted to do something a little bit bigger for on television, but he had to do something that wasn't going to be too difficult, and he wanted to get the guy involved with it. And those are exactly the things that you want to do on television, I think. But one downside of not using professionals is they're not professional. I mean, this guy's a professional broadcaster, no doubt about that. The guy, he was a very good broadcaster, actually, and I'm sure he does a great job that way. But that's not being a professional magician's assistant or partner or a professional magician yourself. So I thought that was interesting. But again, I think the illusion of that trick, it surprised me that it was actually that good. I mean, he had the little silk behind it, and he moved that away so that we could feel comfortable that we're, you know, seeing underneath it and above it and around it. And it was very clear that this guy's arm was, you know, gone as such like that. So I think that was really good. A lot of illusions like that where you utilize an audience member, they can end up feeling and looking extremely hokey. The other thing is the guy kind of pretended he was freaking out. I don't know if he was really freaking out or not actually, but I did a thing early on in my career on TV, and there was a local reporter, and she wanted to be put in an illusion. So we put her into this illusion and we're kind of manipulating her body and stuff like that. And it's quite uncomfortable. She freaked out, absolutely freaked out. Kind of like this guy was pretending to. I think he was pretending, but I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying is you never quite know. I actually thought she was kidding, and she was not kidding. She wanted out. She was getting claustrophobic. She was freaking out. It was kind of amazing, frankly. So you do have to be aware of that. Don't just think because you and your assistant can just, you know, do an illusion because you're competent professionals that a newscaster is just going to be, you're like, oh, this is easy. And they try it and they just freak out sometimes. So do be aware of that. Anyway, it was interesting to see Hans do something that I hadn't seen him do before and at a different pace than I've seen him do before. So that was kind of interesting. And the illusion was very clean. You know, Hans is a pro. Hans does not expose tricks for the most part that I've ever seen, frankly. And he gets out of it what he wants to get out of it. And I thought that was a nice little spot, frankly. So the people watching that probably know about him a little bit because it was in Las Vegas while his show was there. And this is he was doing a holiday show that was running for a while at, what was it? or is it running at the Excalibur? That's kind of cool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, got something out of it. If you did, please destroy the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos, hit subscribe, and please hit the bell to get notified so that you are alerted when new videos come out. Thank you guys very, very much for watching this, and we will see you in the next one.